Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be talking about the 5 missteps that you are taking in your skincare and how you can fix them. So if you would like to know what these tips are, please keep on watching. First thing is not exfoliating. Not exfoliating because you are sensitive, or not exfoliating because you don't know which exfoliator to use or how many times a week you should exfoliate. Especially when it comes to sensitive skin, I always hear this: I am too sensitive, I can't exfoliate. Therefore just they avoid all of the exfoliators at all costs. But I think that is such a disservice to your skincare routine. I think there are plenty and many ways to exfoliate, even for sensitive skin. For me personally, when I have extremely sensitive clients, I use an enzyme exfoliating ingredients. Enzymes are extracted from fruits, so mostly your body is used to it already, and they're very gentle, and they're often meant for sensitive skin. So I would highly suggest finding those kind of products and exfoliating. You do not put on sunscreen because you work from home. You do not put on sunscreen because you're on quarantine. I think that's also misconception / misstep that people do. Currently there are a lot of dermatologists and scientists that are saying, your phone emits blue light or artificial light. So artificial light have been related with causing fatigue and vision problems, and so right now there's a lot of research that is being done whether or not it can also cause aging and skin cancer. Therefore, even if you're staying in, I highly suggest that you just use sunscreen and make sure. That's my number 2 tip, is you do not cleanse long enough. If you've gotten a facial, we cleanse at least for a minute on our first cleansing step. It's 1 minute long. Make sure we worked it in and make sure it's really rubbed in and lathered on, and it sits in your skin for a little bit before you rinse it off. This seems such a simple thing, but I promise you, if you just add in that is really going to boost your skincare, and you are really going to start to enjoy your cleansers more. So again, please do not neglect this 3rd tip. Okay, so my 4th tip is that you spend so much money on just on a cleanser, and I see that a lot. But if you have the money and if you indulge in skincare products, just have the income and the ability to do so, yeah, of course, get yourself a quality cleanser. But if you're a student, if you're a high school student and you're spending your side income or so on skincare because you want that beautiful glowing skin, I highly recommend that you do not spend so much money on a cleanser. So now you're asking, okay, what should I spend it on? I would say spend it on, one, you can spend it on serum. Quality mask can do a great thing when it comes to correcting skin problems, right? Quality serums can correct problems. Also, you can get on acne medication. You can subscribe to Curology or other acne medications. You can save up to get a facial. There are many things that you could do that could highly boost your skin, just your skin appearance overall, rather than spending $30-40 on these cleansers. Because at the end of the day, whether you get it off Target or you get it from other expensive brand, cleanser is going to do the job that it says it will do, just cleanse. If you don't feel cleansed enough once, you can always double cleanse. If you're excessive, you can triple cleanse. So there's always that, and instead of spending it on something expensive. So that's something to highly consider if you're debating about where should my money really go. I'm really feel passionate about that, and spending your money on high quality serums and eye creams or mask rather than toner or rather than a cleanser. It's just my personal opinion. But I think if you look into that, you'll really start to enjoy, and you also don't feel like overwhelmed to buy a serum or a great mask. So that's the thing. So now let's get into number 5. This is the last step in medication, but you apply it right before bed and you go to bed with it, or you apply your serum and you go right off to bed. So that's something that a lot of people don't think about, but is really to it is really important to just take a step back and say, okay, let me put on my serum, make sure that's absorbed before I put on moisturizer. Let me put on my medication, let me wait 10-15 minutes, even after 30 minutes before I go to bed. So most products will have professionally recommended time. It will say 30 minutes before retirement or something like that. It'll have a suggestion. If it doesn't, you can use your own judgment, right? So I would say just after applying any kind of product, it's really important that you don't take a nap, or you don't go to bed and you don't lay and do your homework or read whatever, just so it doesn't rub off. If you're gonna use the product, you spend the money, and if you're gonna put it on, why not make sure you possibly get the most out of the product that you're using? So that is a really, really important thing to do in your skin. And this, again, I'm gonna give you a little bit extra tip. This is not, people do this all the time. They have this expensive vitamin C or expensive hyaluronic acid serum, and I see them rubbing in your hand and then rubbing it on your face, or putting it on the hand and then rubbing it how do you say it? Rubbing it on their face. And I think that is such a kind of slight misstep people take, and that's because your hand will absorb it. So when we train, we're always trained on that. When we put on serums, we're always, first of all, we're putting it on the tip of our finger and make sure we're pressing it on to get the maximum absorption. Serums do not need to be rubbed in. Serums are not moisturizers. You do not need to work it in unless the product otherwise suggests that you work it in. So it is really important to read how companies ask you to apply the product, because they best know how the best way that product could be activated. Some products are activated by rubbing it, some do not need to be activated. You can just directly apply it. So those are my top 5 missteps that I think I see people often taking. They're not very costly. These are most of the things that you're already doing. You can just slightly tweak these things to make sure that you're getting the absolute best out of your skin care. Again, great skincare, it does not need to be expensive, but you just have to be diligent about how you go about it. So please comment down below and let me know if you are guilty of doing one of these, or if I missed to suggest any of the missteps. So again, thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.